You have not chosen well. You turned the wrong way. G'day Fluoros, this is Neon. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. So, it's been a while since we've done a series in a game. I've been doing a lot of individual videos lately. We're going to change that. So, we're going to do, I would like to do, Cold Waters, the full campaign of Cold Waters. Now, I've already done one video on this. I've actually done two, but I've only uploaded one. This is a really, really good game. This is really difficult, it's really deep, and it's very challenging, and it takes you... I've been playing this for over a year. I play every day. I play this every day, probably a few times a day. And I've been doing this every day now for a year, and you just don't get bored with this game because it's so deep. So there's a lot to learn in learning how to fight a submarine and survive. Because, well, the enemy are really fucking hard. That's the best thing you can say. They are hard. When you get into this game for the first time, you are going to die. Just if you think you could just get into this game and just go, oh yeah, shoot that and then sail away, no. That's not the way it is. You're going to die. And you're going to die a lot until you learn how to fight the submarine. And so that's one of the things I want to do. I want to do a campaign, and in the process of doing that, to show you how to survive in this game and how to fight this game. So we're going to be playing on Elite, which is the hardest difficulty. Realistic is realistic. I mean, it really is realistic. A lot of guys who I've spoken to who were real submariners say it's realistic. So playing on Elite is even harder, and I would like this game to be even harder than it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in, we're going to do a campaign. We've got the North Atlantic, 1984, the North Atlantic, 1968, which is a lot harder, but the submarines aren't as interesting and the weapons are nowhere near as good. The South China Sea in 2000. And then these are campaigns added for a mod. Oh, look at that one. I haven't seen that one yet. Well, we're going to do this one, which is the standard campaign. We're going to do Russia, and the reason I want to do this one is because I've got a playable subs mod on here, which allows me to use different submarines. So we're going to go start, and we're going to overwrite this one, because I've already tried doing this. And the submarine that we're going to choose is going to be so this is the Los Angeles 688 class. It's a typical submarine this is what you saw in the Hunt for the Red October. We're going to go for the Improved Virginia class. The difference between the Virginia and the Improved Virginia is that the original Virginia has got a speed of 40 knots, 4 wires, whereas this one, and test depths of 1600 feet, whereas this one's got 42 knots and 8 wires. Now, with the submarine, when you're looking to play a submarine, there are some things that you need to take into account. You need speed for torpedo evasion. You want a deep test depth, and you want a lot of wires. The wires are used for guiding torpedoes. And also, you want some tactical options, so offensive weapons. Now, I would prefer not to have these, the swim-out torpedoes. I would rather have the Sea Lance missile, but it's not an option on this boat. So we've got Moss decoys, we've got the Harpoon missile, the TASM, which is an anti-ship cruise missile, and the land cruise missile, which is used for attacking land targets. And the other thing that is interesting to note is that you want a quiet submarine. This is 104 decibels, it's very quiet. So we're going to start. I'm not going to read out so we're in USS Massachusetts SSN 798. I'm not going to read out the story, the preamble for the thing. You can read it if you want to. We're just going to skip through it. And will you pause if you want to read this, and it'll give you the build up for the thing. And so Reagan came to power. Brezhnev is in Soviet Union. Reagan introduces the ESDI, the Star Wars program, which basically provoked the bear. They tried to counterspend. They couldn't do that, which is what brought down the Soviet Union. The Soviets downed a Korean airliner because they thought it was a spy plane over the Sea of Japan. Bad thing to do. That really happened. The Americans deployed the Pershing missiles in West Germany, which was nuclear tipped, as a counter to Russia. And then there was this drill called the Able Archer drill, which you can read what you want to read about that. The Russians thought it was real in real life, and it turned into one of those DEFCON 2 type things. But saner minds prevailed. But in the game, it caused World War III. And they attacked. So that's the background. From ComSub Atlantic, USS Massachusetts, Commander-in-Chief Atlantic Fleet. Mission orders. Recent Soviet port activity indicates that a wolf pack of enemy cruise missile submarines will sail from Murmansk within the next 2 to 4 days and are likely to attempt to transit the Denmark Strait, after which they will likely interdict NATO convoys in the Atlantic. Be advised, enemy SSGNs will likely be escorted by one or more attack submarines. SSGNs are like boomers, ballistic missile ships. They carry, and their only role is to hide and fire off nuclear missiles. So we're going to rearm. We're going to drop these down because I don't want this many. Okay, and drop these down. Increase this. 9. Get rid of the TLAMs because we don't want any of them. And we want to increase these. And that's it, we're off. And we're going straight to the Denmark Strait, which is over here. And there's the submarine. So this is Iceland, this is England down here. So these blue lines here are the SOSUS net, which is like a line of sonar that NATO has put across here. There's our target. Okay, so Captain, we have a new sonar bearing at sonar contact at bearing 131 designated Sierra 1. We've got storm conditions outside, no surface duct, no thermal layer. I'll explain that later. We're at 5 knots and bearing 131. We want to stay outside 10,000 yards if they're diesel boats, because I don't want to get shot. I want to be able to hang on to the wires.
On sonar, lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
First thing we get all down. Wow, look at that. Oh wow, that's so loud. Ambient noise. We're not going to be able to hear a thing. Let's go down. Let's go down. What's this floor? I'm going to go down to 950 feet. Now the reason I want to go to 950 feet is the way sound works in water. You want to be in the center of the water column. Sound will bounce off the surface and bounce off the floor, and the best place to hear it is right smack in the center. So we're going to go down there and do that. We're going to transit down there quickly.
Turns full con sonar. We are cavitating.
Don't want to do that.
Make con sonar. No longer
cavitating is the back side of the blade has a lower pressure than the front side, and lower pressure means the boiling point of water drops. So the water actually boils when you get that low pressure there, and it causes bubbles, and that creates noise. So we're going to go down to this thing. I'm going to compress time so we can get on with this, so we can get down there, because we're going to have to use active sonar here, because we are not going to hear anything with this ambient noise.
Dive at 950 feet. Dive by.
I don't see anybody. So 131. That was that bearing. 131. Oh, we're actually already on 131. Let's do a snapshot. This will wake people up. We're going to do a snapshot. Down 131. Just try to wake somebody up.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
We're gonna make it go active so it makes a lot of noise and hopefully get a transient. A transient is a torpedo launched from an enemy vessel. So I'm gonna turn it off. Oops, there we go. Got him. I just saw that launch. There it is.
Con sonar, new contact.
01.
157. Designated Sierra.
So this is our database of our sonars, and this is the actual sonar. Oops. We've got to get this guy. There he is.
Designated Sierra 2.
Victor.
Sonar Sierra 2.
We're gonna shoot him too.
As submerged submarine.
Okay, this one's going to go up. And this one, Victor 2, I'm going to shoot him too. That's going to go up too.
Aye, sir.
Now he's already fired at us.
Weapon acquired.
He's already fired at us. But his torpedo will be coming in shallow. But we're deep. So we're going to sink out down to 1,600 feet.
Noisemaker bearing 162.
So I'm just controlling the ballast here, and I'm going to sink it down to 1,600 feet, so that we don't get spotted by that torpedo.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Yep. So he's out here.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Here we go. Charlie. Oh, it's a Charlie. That's yep. Let's bring that up. Come on. Go to the surface, come on. Where is that torpedo? Oh, that's why. That's why.
1,100 feet.
Yeah, it hasn't activated yet, that's why. One of the things you got to worry about is ice. So you don't want to be having your torpedoes running into ice. So we're going to go and have a look, because it's more interesting to see the battle up close. Where is he? There he is.
Con, fire control. Weapon
That's
acquired.
me. I don't see him. There he is.
Passing 1,200 feet.
So this is the Charlie. This might take 2 torpedoes, and I'm going to have a sip of my coffee.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Dead now. He's dead now.
Con sonar.
Boom.
1,300 feet.
Yeah, this one, we need to switch this one away. It's activated now. We need to go that way. So that's the boomer. That's the one we're after. The missile boat carries nuclear weapons. Go out to the Atlantic. Its job is to go out in the Atlantic, get next to the American seaboard, and start launching nukes.
Con sonar, lost contact.
16 of them.
2, last
Passing 1,400 feet.
Oh, we've got to check on my torpedoes. These incoming torpedoes. It's just missed us. It hasn't activated yet. It's going over us right now. Where is it? There it is, right there. Yeah, there it goes. There's one there. Where's the other one? Whoops. That's the Victor. So he's just shot at us. Because he's actually not shooting at us. He's shooting at this up the bearing line of this torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 220.
I need to keep out zoomed out so we can steer this back in. Oops. Reload
Con,
this.
fire control. Weapon acquired. Con, fire control.
So you can
weapon
see that
countermeasure
with the
holding.
wire-guided torpedoes, and that it's an optical fiber that they're wire-guided by. Not only can you guide them onto a target,
Weapon acquired.
but you can use them as
Con sonar,
a remote sonar.
222.
I've got to watch this.
Con,
That one.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Got to watch that one, because that's us down there.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Required. If that starts to sink down, and then I've got to move. Or is that after? No, that's the enemy. That's the Charlie down there. You have not chosen well. You turned the wrong way.
Con sonar lost contact.
Now the Victor,
Sierra
which this is
2,
a Victor,
Blackberry 2,
a Victor 2, I think it was.
Contact breaking up.
Yeah, a Victor 2. They are the mainstay. They were the mainstay of the Soviet fleet during the Cold War, or the latter part of the Cold War.
Left 2095.
That and the Astute were the two main submarines that US submariners would see at sea, because the other ones they had a lot of maintenance problems, the Russians. So
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I'm gonna bug out now.
Come right to.
Get away from these torpedoes,
Make turns for.
because I can't leave
2
because of this.
knots.
But we've finished the mission now. We've completed it. So now I'm going to try to just speed up time to get away from these torpedoes so that we can leave the level. The mission.
Helm, steady course. Come left 211. Helm I.
That's got it. Okay, so that's that mission. And I'm going to... Great job. Wait further orders on this downlink. Okay, stop. Okay, so we're on to another mission. Soviet subs incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around the North Atlantic have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson at the suggested increased NATO submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. However, the Pentagon has denied such claims. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering fewer losses. If the improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all the way back to the Iron Curtain. Let's get a new mission. Ah, this is perfect. This is what I wanted. Okay, ComSub plant, USS Massachusetts, SSN 798 from Sing Atlantic Fleet. Tactical situation. Intelligence reports that an enemy carrier task force is preparing to sail from Murmansk for a patrol in the vicinity of the Norwegian Sea. A NATO carrier battle group is currently providing cover in the region and must be protected. You will therefore intercept and destroy this task force, especially the aircraft carrier. An enemy escort of surface combatants and or attack submarines should be expected. Locate and sink the enemy carrier, blah blah blah. Let's get going. This is just the sort of mission I wanted. Okay, let's go. Trouble is, look at all of these enemies. This is just an encounter, probably with a couple of submarines. Close to 158.
Con sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So I'm going to go to the surface,
4, 5, 8, dive
just
high.
in case it's...
Back emergency. Maneuvering
Slow it down, just so we can pick up the sound of the things. Of the enemy.
Make turns for 5 knots.
Damn it.
Maneuvering eye.
81 decibels, that's beautiful. Okay, submarines. I'm going to pick up this.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
There it is. It's an
Knots
Alpha.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 5
It's a Victor.
knots.
That's it.
Con sonar, new
There's
contact
another
bearing. 182. Designated Sierra 3.
In November.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged
Okay.
submarine.
Where are they? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to go down.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
We're going to go down to 950.
Make depth 950.
And I'm going to
dive
just
high.
shoot them. Damn it, I didn't want that there. I want that torpedoed. Okay. So I'm going to dive and get down to this depth. Come on, let's go.
Make
Just got to make sure that we're not being...
10 knots.
Oh, the alphas counter-detected us. Oh, now these numbers are called the figure of merit. This is my figure of merit, and this is the opponents, the enemies. If these numbers are positive, then he can hear me. He's detected me. This is his active sonar, this is his passive. So if you look at the Victor, his active can hear me, but his passive can't. The November can't hear me at all. But Alpha has definitely heard me. I am going to shoot it right now.
600 feet.
I need... Where's the Alpha? Yep, there you go. There's the Victor. He's there. There's Alpha, November.
Passing 700
They're all the
feet.
same place. We're going to shoot him.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
We're going to shoot him.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
We're going to shoot him.
Shoot 2-3. Con fire control. We've lost the wire.
And then I'm going... Don't worry about the wire. Just go... Go shoot him. And...
Con fire control. We've lost the wire.
I'm going to fire that... Right there.
Shoot 2-bait. Aye, sir.
And then I'm going to bug out.
Right 278. Helm aye.
We go down deep. We're going to do it real deep.
Make depth 145.
And we're going fast.
Make turns 4 2.
So we're going to have to... We've got torpedoes coming at us from three different directions, so we're going to have to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Come right 2.
We might be able to get there before
Helm aye.
they activate, but they're 10,000 yards out. Where's the Victor? 6,000 yards. The Victor we can get to.
Helm steady course.
The Victor we should be able to get to.
Left 226. Helm aye.
We should be able to get underneath the Victor's weapon before it enables. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to run straight down this line here at flank speed, which is 42 knots, which we're accelerating at the moment. I set a decoy off, which is a Moss, which is one of these. It basically acts like a submarine. It emits the sound of a submarine. I knocked the microphone, sorry. It emits the sound of a submarine, and it's the torpedoes love it.
600 feet, dive by.
So we've got a sounding with the floors at 1900 feet. That's the November. That's November's just fired. Yep, that's a November.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is cavitating.
There's one up there.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
That is... It's fired again. And again.
Con sonar regained contact on
A
Sierra.
lot of torpedoes in the water. A lot of torpedoes in the water. So here comes the incoming torpedo.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 215.
There's the Victor's torpedo right there, not activated yet. There's the Victor over here. You can just see him.
Ready.
Don't turn around.
4 2 9.
This is my torpedo here. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go this way because I'm getting too close to my own torpedo, and my own torpedo will attack me, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here. So I don't. Well,
left 226.
still got the Alpha, and I don't know what's going on with the Alpha. Damn it! What are you going all that way for? Through there.
Left 269. Helm aye.
Trouble is, we've got to be careful with the Alpha because the Alpha is fast, really fast, 42 knots.
Regained contact on. Con
I think what I'm going to do.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Oops.
Bearing 0
Oop, forget that.
81.
Torpedo in the water where? That's my own torpedo. No, it's not. It's an enemy torpedo. No, he's not. That's alright. He's just circling. Don't have to worry about that. But he's about to die.
Con sonar lost contact.
There you go.
Sierra 2.
That's the
left
Victor.
bearing
It's the Victor 2.
195. Contact breaking
That's him
up.
dead.
Back
Now I want to
emergency
slow it
maneuver.
down. Oh, we've already got the Alpha. Okay, so I want to slow down so I can send some torpedoes down on this, because this has moved. Because the torpedo that I sent for that was going down there. The torpedo I sent for here is here. This might actually hit the Alpha. It might actually hit the Alpha. That would be good. So let's go 1.
5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
71%.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots. Con sonar.
And
Noisemaker bearing 148.
Whoops, looks like the Alpha's been got. We might be able to change that. Yep. This one's got the Alpha. That's the Alpha. The Alpha is a really, really good submarine. It's a very dangerous submarine. And it's one of the best ones of, one of the really good ones of the Soviet fleet, as well as the Victors and the Astute, not the Astute, the Akula, I mean. Because the Astute's a British sub. So there's the other one, there's the November. The Alpha's going to suck up 2 torpedoes.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 151.
But this thing does 46 knots, I think it is. Which is pretty wicked. Alpha. Just watch him trying to evade. Now with this game there are 5 classes of AI.
Bearing 168.
5 difficulty levels. He's dead. He is so dead.
Con sonar lost contact.
Boom.
Sierra 1. Last bearing 1.
Well, this is an interesting submarine because it's a beautiful submarine. It's only 80 meters long, so it's not very big. And then we've got the November, so he's dead. And so this is probably, yeah, this has got the November over here. Yeah, that's got him. So this one's, we're probably not going to need this. Ah, damn it. Look at all these torpedoes. So yeah, we're not going to need this. We'll activate it, send it down. Where's that torpedo coming from?
Con sonar,
It's got to be
bearing 168.
over there. There it is, right there. Yeah, he's just driving right into that torpedo. Let's bring it down. So I can use the number keys to bring it down. Here, you can see, bringing the torpedo down. There it is.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
He's dead.
Con
Goodbye.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing 168.
So now we're going to send this down, so I can chase the submarine down. But you don't want to leave a torpedo floating in the sea, because a lot of times you'll get merchant ships here, which are neutral ships, and you don't want to hit the neutral ships. So that's the end of that. So let's
make turns for 2 knots. Maneuvering eye. Come right
Let's
to
go.
327. Helm eye. Con helm. Steady course. Come left to.
So normally I would go the other way, but we've got all these torpedoes behind it, and we can't do that. There he goes. He just got hit by the second torpedo. It hit the Alpha. That's interesting. Okay. Let's go. Let's just compress some time. That should do it. Nope, not yet. But this is a wicked game. If you've got any interest at all in submarine games, then this is the best one out there. By far. Let's see. So